Is it Wednesday already? Welcome to Matt Reviews Books. I am Matt, your host. If you haven't been here before, this is a channel dedicated to older books. Books that are not on the bestseller list anymore. Often, I'll find out on my bookshelf. So, with that being said, if you're interested in that kind of booktube channel, I guess that's what it's called, go ahead, subscribe, follow along. Hit like, comment. Let me know what you would like me to review. To talk about Book 5 of the Belgariad, Enchanter's Endgame, David Eddings. Let's do it. Synopsis. Garion, Silk, and Belgarath have left Riva. They've snuck out in the middle of the night and they're heading for Mallorea. They're going to go to Thulmixtrak. Garion's going to face Torak. He's got the orb, the sword of the Rivan king, and so Belgarath and Silk are there to help him and guide him because they've been there before and he hasn't, so they're showing the way. They start off in Drasnia, but at the end of Drasnia, they're moving into Gar Og Nadrak. In Gar Og Nadrak, we see another side of the Nadraks. They're a little bit more fleshed out, a little bit more rounded as people, as characters. They're not just the bad guys. Then Garion and Silk and Belgarath move into Morindland. And in the Morindim, who live there, are demon worshippers. And yes, Garion and Silk and Belgarath have to deal with a demon or two. Demons are pretty unpleasant. Meanwhile, Synedra, Garion's betrothed, has raised an army. She's got an army and she's marching on the Angaraks. They get into the land of the Thulls, which is, forget what the country's called. I'm blanking on it. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. Be right there. Found it. Okay. Synedra, her army invades Mishrak Akthul, the land of the Thulls, where unfortunately the Malloreans are coming from the north, the Murgos are coming from the south. Synedra's army is stuck in the middle with you, and that includes our friends Polgara and Barak and Durnik, good old Durnik. And in the course of that, Garion makes it to the City of Endless Night, Thulmixtrak. And there he has the mother of all sword fights that include flaming swords. Yeah, I'm not going to ruin for you. I don't care if it's 40 years later. Maybe not 40, but 30 some odd years. 32. I don't care. I'm not going to ruin it for you. That brings us to thoughts. This is it. This is the big showdown, the final fight, the denouement to rule them all. Okay, that's a little overboard. So this is the last entry in David Eddings' pentology. I still like that word. I'm still sticking with it. I don't know if it's a word. Also, the end of this series of reviews. See this book right here? This book is the same book that was given to me in the late 80s. The spine is taped together to keep the cover on. Truth be told, it was my dad's, and I borrowed it from him and I never gave it back. But it's been well loved. It's been in many backpacks and suitcases, carry-on luggage, and things falling apart. Look at that. Time to get a new copy. Keep this one, but get a new one. This is really a satisfying book. This book is is great because it's like the flow and the comfort with his characters and the setting and the story that Eddings had developed in book 3, right? In Magician's Gambit. And we kind of lost that in book 4, like the Castle Wizardry. The pacing was weird for some reason. And then book 5, it's the whole thing is just, it feels like Eddings has just let go and he's just gonna write and he's gonna finish the book. And he does so most satisfactorily, tying up loose ends, and we get to find out who the man with 2 lives and the mother of the race that died are. Pretty cool. This book is a little bit more dark, it's a little bit more serious, but it's also a lot more fluid, but it makes sense because for both sides, this is the end of the world for somebody. The Aulorns, it could be the end of the world for them, or it could be the end of the world for the Angaraks. So everybody's really serious and pretty grim, and it fits. It's definitely worthwhile. I want to see that end fight on a theater screen in all its glory, right? Whatever narrative issues and pacing issues were in book 4, they're gone. I like that. I like it a lot. And I say, go forth and read it. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good week, and I will see you next time.